Welcome to another inspiring message from Victory Church. We believe that God is at work right now to bring victory to your life. For more information about Victory Church, find us online at www.victorychurchnwa.com.
Something is about to change within you. Get ready. This is the moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now.
Good morning, Victory Church.
Good morning.
Okay, I know it's Sunday. I know it's still a little bit early, but we got a little bit more energy. Look, small but mighty. Good morning, Victory Church. Good morning. I'm excited to be here with each and every one of you today, and excited for the word God has given me. I can't help but look out and look at all of the beautiful faces out here. Y'all look beautiful today. Did anyone tell you look beautiful today? Okay, well, if not, let me be the first to tell you. Y'all look beautiful today. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about vision. How many of you have heard that old saying, where there's no vision, the people will perish? Anybody ever heard that? Yeah. Many of us have heard that saying, and some of us may know or may not know, but it comes from Proverbs 29:18. But how many of us actually understand vision? What about actually understanding what the vision that God has for our lives? I want you to think about your life right now. We're all in different areas doing different things, but I want you to think for a second about your life. Exactly where you are right in this moment, your life. Is where you are right at this moment the vision God has for you? Are you fully is the key word here, are you fully living in and moving in what God has called you to? I can likely say for many of us, including myself, because fully is the key word, the answer is probably no. Why do you think that is? Can I tell you it's mostly because of you? Let me explain. You see, we're always waiting to do the next thing until we're ready. Who's getting ready in here? Who's getting ready for something in your life today? Whether it's a job interview, whether it's VBS, it doesn't matter. Who's waiting on something? We're all getting ready for something, right? Ready. You see, we tell ourselves, or maybe even others, that we have to wait to do that next thing. And each of our next thing is different. But we wait to have to do that next thing until we're ready, right? I got to wait till I'm ready. Got to get ready. I'm getting ready. How many dreams, ministries, books, businesses, and callings are sitting on the sidelines right now because we're waiting to feel ready? I mean, what does ready even mean? Well, let's go to the Webster's Dictionary. My favorite, what does it mean? According to the Webster Dictionary, ready means completely prepared for immediate action, use, or an experience. So who's determining if we're completely prepared? Who is it? If God has set a vision for you and is calling you to something, what are you still waiting on? I can tell you that many of us are waiting on more education, more confidence, more money, more experience. What about the perfect timing? See, if we could just do all of these things, we'd be qualified. qualified to do what God's calling us to do. But God isn't asking questions. He didn't come to you and say, Tiffany, is this your calling? Tiffany, is this what I want you to do? God's not asking questions. God's telling you, and it's you asking all of the questions and inserting the readiness piece. So God's not telling you're not ready. He's already called you. It's you inserting the part that you feel like you're not ready. You see, God does not call you to what he has not qualified you for. So I saw several hands earlier when I said, who is moving towards something? Who is getting ready for something? His question to you isn't, are you qualified? His only question to you is, will you trust me? Moses spent 40 years believing he wasn't ready. 40 years. So if you think you've been in the wait for a while, I bet you haven't been in the wait for 40 years. He felt like he wasn't good enough. He didn't speak eloquently enough. Yet God went and found Moses in the wilderness. And he called him anyways. What wilderness are you standing in right now? What are you waiting for? What is it? Let me guess. You feel ordinary and think God is waiting on someone extraordinary to do his work. Do you think God only uses extraordinary people? How do I know? Because I've been there. Still there. Feeling like there's no way God has called me. And what he's called me to do, that I was equipped to do. For heaven's sake, y'all, I didn't even grow up in church. I did not grow up in church, God, but you are calling me to deliver your word and your people. God, I've fallen short so many times, but you're calling me to walk others out of the fire? God, I've been told all my life where women belong. About to get real for a minute. And what that should look like. Can I tell you what God's called you to isn't a conference call? And he didn't send someone else to tell you? Or disqualify you? Keep that in mind. You're calling me to use my voice to free others? And God, there is nothing extraordinary about me except the you in me. And I tell you, God calls ordinary people. How many in the room feel ordinary? I'm just being honest. I'm glad you guys don't, but I do. We're going to go to the word. We're going to start in Exodus 3, 7 through 10. So here, Moses is tending his father-in-law's sheep. Y'all, how much more ordinary can you be who's tending sheep in the wilderness? And an angel appears in the flame of a fire. A bush was burning, but was not consumed. Do you know what that means? There was a fire there, but it was not taken over. God called to Moses. So let's go to verse 7. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters. For I know their sorrows. So I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from that land to a good and large land, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivitites, and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel has come to me, and I have also seen the oppression with which the Egyptians oppress them. Come now, therefore, I will send you to Pharaoh, that you may bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. Y'all, God called Moses while he was tending sheep. Are you following me? I'm not talking just about Moses today. God called Moses while he was tending sheep. Moses was not out leading armies or standing in Pharaoh's palace, but simply tending sheep. He wasn't a king, a politician, a military leader, or a priest. He was simply available. Are you available? While you're tending your sheep, are you available? Or are you still telling yourself you're not ready? And thinking there's no possible way you could be used in the shape you're in today. See, God will call you from ordinary places before He sends us to the extraordinary assignments. Then the excuses flow in. We've got so many excuses. God, I can't because I'm broken. God, you can't use me because I'm broken. Been there? You ever been broken? I have. God, you can't use me because I'm broke. I don't have any money. How can you use me? I'm broke, God. God, I can't because I'm disabled or sick or not good enough, not strong enough, not talented enough. What are your excuses? Can I tell you that your excuses do not cancel the calling that God has placed on your life? See, Moses also gave excuse after excuse after excuse. I always like to go back to the word because not only should it be what we're looking at, we have examples of people that we know the end of the story, how incredible they are, what they brought people through, how they were saved. We know all that. So we look at them in a different light. But the reality is, Moses also had excuses. God didn't just call him and he just go. Let's look at some of Moses' excuses. Let's go to Exodus 3:11. But Moses said to God, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh, that I should bring the children of Israel out of Egypt? So you're sending me. I'm out here tending sheep in the wilderness. You're going to send me to the Pharaoh? You're going to send me there and I'm supposed to bring your people out? Excuse number one, who am I? Moses questioned his worth, just as many of us question our worth. Verse 12, so he said, I will certainly be with you, and this shall be a sign to you that I have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God on this mountain. God didn't start that out by praising Moses, but he answered him, I will be with you. The answers were never about Moses' ability. It was always about God's presence. Is God with you? Are you inviting him into a place where he can authentically make a move in your life? That he is what you are leaning on to get to the thing you feel like you are not ready for? Exodus 4:1. Then Moses answered and said, but suppose they will not believe me. And there. Or listen to my voice. Suppose they say, the Lord has not appeared to you. Second excuse. What if they don't believe me? The fear of rejection. That fear of rejection is having many of us in this room today stuck. Worrying too much about what other people think about you. What will they say? What will they do? Who cares? What are you afraid of? God is there. Remember, he's the one that called you to it in the first place. God equipped Moses with signs. Not because Moses was impressive. Remember that tending sheep in the wilderness part? It's because God was powerful. Exodus 4:10. Then Moses said to the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither before nor since you have spoken to your servant. But I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. His third excuse: I'm not a good speaker. I don't sound right. Maybe English isn't my first language. See, Moses, just like many of us, focused on his weakness. Is that not so like us as human beings? Focusing on every single thing and reason on why we can't. Why I can't do it. And forgetting that there's nothing that our God cannot do. So what did God do? He does what he always does. He reminded him. Verse 11. So the Lord said to him, who has made man's mouth? Or who makes the mute, the deaf, the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, the Lord? Now therefore go. I will be with you. I will be with your mouth and teach you what you shall say. Who made your mouth? The one who created your weaknesses already knows. And he knows how to use what you see as your weaknesses to actually propel you into what he's called you to do. It's not you working. That's what you don't get. It's not about you. It's not your work. It's not by your might. It's not by your power. It's simply because of who he is. The God you serve is bigger than anyone or anything you think is holding you back. Let's go to the fourth excuse, Exodus 4:13. But he said, "Oh my Lord, please send by the hand of whomever else you may send." Fourth excuse was send someone else. See, this wasn't even about speaking anymore. Moses was just searching excuse after excuse after excuse of why he couldn't go, why he couldn't do it. Figuring if he could just give God enough reasons, he wouldn't have to go. It was hesitation. This was God, I can't do this and I'm not going. Choose someone else. Have you been here? Many of us are waiting because we feel like we're not qualified. Whether you admit it or not, I'm going to tell you in this room today, you feel like you're unqualified. And that's why you keep waiting to get ready. We're waiting because we're afraid. And we're refusing to do what God's called us to do because fear has you locked up. You see, you're eating scraps because you're afraid of the buffet. Because you don't know what's on the other side. If you could see the buffet sitting there, I guarantee you'd put the scraps aside. But you can't. And you're too afraid. You're too afraid to walk to it. What if I can't? Oh, but what if you can? You see, God uses the unqualified. Moses is just one of many examples throughout Scripture over and over again. But God consistently chooses unlikely people. You know, the discounted ones. The ones everyone else has counted out. You ever been there? Who counted you out? Who told you you couldn't? If it wasn't God, then whatever they said doesn't matter. Your call, your mission, your next steps are not ordained by men. I don't care who it is. It wasn't sent from them, and it won't be them who takes you. Moses had a speech problem. Okay? He had a speech problem. It's not just a story. Jeremiah thought he was too young. Gideon believed he came from the weakest family. King David was overlooked. The disciples were ordinary fishermen, and Esther was a Jew. But every single one of them were used in powerful ways that changed everything for our story. Why do you think God chooses what everyone else discounts? Because when he delivers, when he does what he will always do and always has done, he gets the glory. No one else. Y'all, and he does it over and over and over again. He does it over and over again for me and for you and for him and for her, over and over again. God is not seeking your perfection, but he is asking for your obedience. So here's the you part. Because God is not going to remove every problem and obstacle in your life. He's not. And if you're waiting for him to remove those obstacles before your obedience happens, you're going to stay stuck. He never, ever removed every obstacle before Moses obeyed. Instead, he simply made a promise to him that he would be with him. His presence, his power, his provision would be right there with him as he went. Do you think Moses knew what the next step was? Did God give him all of it right there? What did God say? He said to go. He had no idea how it was going to turn out. You see, God rarely gives us the whole roadmap. He simply asks us to take one step after the other step after the other step. Each step is a new step of faith. You're choosing to move and to trust him even when it looks like you can't. Because faith moves before answers arrive. So if you're waiting on the answers, move. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. Exodus 4:2. So the Lord said to him, "What is in your hand?" And he said, "A rod." So what's in your hand today? God asked Moses, "What is in your hand?" It was just a rod or a staff. Just a mechanism that he used to sturdy himself as he would walk and tend to the sheep. Just a staff. But God used that staff in an incredible way. And God uses the ordinary things and people that are nothing to us to accomplish the extraordinary. Ask yourself, what's in your hand? Your gifts? Your talents? Your testimony? The most underused gift every single one of us have, because you're too busy trying to be perfect to tell someone your story. Meanwhile, the person's just waiting to be saved by what you walk through. We can leave that there. Your experience? Heaven forbid we leverage anyone else's experience because we've got this all figured out. Your influence? Your compassion? Why are we a people of not enough? A people of continuously searching for more and more and more of what will make us better, more qualified, more ready. You see, God starts with what you've already got. What do you already have? You already have every single thing that you need. I want you to listen. If you listen to nothing else in this sermon today, I want you to listen to this. You already have every single thing that you already need for where he's taking you. It's already been given to you. You don't have to wait for it. And trust me, I know it doesn't feel like that today. It's because you also have to remember there is a very real enemy that is after those same very things. He wants to steal all of that from you. Trying to plant people and lies and seeds in your head to keep you from your promised land. Can I tell you that you are your own worst enemy? Whether you want to believe it or not, you are your own worst enemy, and you are the only thing holding you back. But today you get to choose. The first step in changing anything in this life that you want to change is awareness. And see, our God is a God of second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances. Thank God. Because I would not be standing here today. I'd be standing in my corporate boardroom, but I wouldn't be standing here. What's holding you back? What is it? Are you waiting on confidence? Are you waiting on permission? Who are you waiting to tell you? You're waiting on more credentials? God, I don't have that degree. God, I didn't go to seminary. You're waiting for more money? The next title or promotion or the next business you're going to start? The right season. I'm just waiting on the right timing. This is not the right timing. But God's waiting on your yes. Right here, right now, today, God is waiting on nothing more than your yes. He's not waiting on your money. He's not waiting on your titles. He's not waiting on your promotion. All he wants is yes. Open your mouth and say yes. That's it. Open your mouth and say yes. Yes. Will it be easy? No. Will it be comfortable? No. But your calling is so much bigger and more important than your comfort. And your purpose is so much greater than the fear that's holding you back. The same God that called Moses equips every single one of us in this room today. That same God. It's not some far distant off God that was back in a book. It's the same God right here today. You don't need a degree. You don't need more money. If you're doing all that, great. No one's telling you that's wrong, but that's not what God's waiting on. That's what you're waiting on. All you need is faith and a heart that's going to chase what God has set in front of you. Because if he puts it in front of you and you don't go, then it will just sit there, and so will you. I want everyone to close your eyes for a few minutes. Edward, if you can play. Just close your eyes. Just be for a minute. I want you to ask yourself these things right now. What has God been asking me to do? If you don't take advantage of the moment, good luck. What has God been asking me to do? What excuses have I been holding on to on why I can't? What step of faith am I going to take this week? You don't have to wait until you feel qualified. Move not because you are good, but because God is faithful. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. So the question isn't, am I ready? The question is, what are you waiting for? Father God, Lord, we come to you today, God. We come to you with open hearts, God, just to say we're sorry. God, I'm sorry that you have called me and I'm still standing here because I feel like in my humanness I'm not ready, God. God, we are setting all of that down today, God, and we are saying we are ready. We are going to go. We are going to take the next step, not because we know or because we can see, but God, because you have this and we follow and trust you, God. God, forgive us of our shortcomings, God. Forgive us of our holiness greater than thou. Lord, guide us and direct us in what our next steps should be. In your Son's name, amen. So today, if you're ready to take that next step forward, you can't see it, you don't know, but you want to take that next step to make that move that God has been calling you to refuse to let your current circumstances hold you back anymore. Just stand. This isn't a one-off or a two-off. This is rise. Rise to just let him know, God, I'm ready. It's time, and I'm ready. If you want prayer over those next steps, That's totally up to you. You can come to the altar. We'll be here. But either way, the rising wasn't about the altar. The rising was about a message that you were sending to God that I'm ready. I'm going to take that next step. And whether you come to the altar for prayer or not, just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Spend a few minutes with God. This isn't just about your feelings. This is about what He wants to do and what He's trying to do in your life. You're ready. Whether you believe it or not, it's your time.
We hope you enjoyed this message from Victory Church. For more information about Victory Church or to browse our media library, find us online at www.victorychurchnwa.com. Thanks be to God, who always leads us in victory.